Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Shabrady, and you're listening to the.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to week 5 of the Booty League podcast. Coming at you on the radio waves of YouTube every week. I'm David, obviously. We're
I'm
joined by
Chris.
Chris
Yes, sir.
and the Nghi. I don't know what to introduce you as. Nghi, what do you go
I'm the
by now?
first champion.
The
That's
first.
facts.
That's my thing now. That's my bit.
I mean, I've been hearing whispers of, should that championship even count? It's a 6-man league.
It's like the
Um,
ABA, man.
yeah,
know.
does that count as a real championship?
Hey, the belt, the booty was handed to him, so that counts.
All right, all right, all right. I think your brother has something to say. I think they got that one from your brother. But
Okay.
but hopping into our Oh wait, actually, how's your season going so far, Nghi? I'm curious to hear from you.
I'm sad every week looking at my roster, my beat up roster, but that's part of fantasy. You play the management part of it. Otherwise, if I give up and just stop filling up my roster, I'll just end up 0-4. But what am I now? I only lost once, so I think I'm good. If McCaffrey comes back, even better.
I know we had our chance, guys, to make him 0-4, and we lose.
Yeah,
Every,
dude, James's game. I'm very thankful for that.
Oh man, he messed up. Yeah,
the
he's
wins
four
keep
four
piling
and
on.
one with 480 points, like the third or fourth most points for. Like the third. I mean, the third or fourth lowest points for. But he's in there. He's 4-1. All you gotta do is get into the dance. I think like 7-6 is like the sweet spot. Like 8-6 is the sweet spot. So he's a couple wins away from trying to lock
He
up
just
a spot
needs
here.
exactly. I mean, the wins just keep piling up on your team, Ian.
Yes, sir.
And I think your matchup against Topher is another juicy one,
Oh man.
and so
Um,
the wins keep piling up for you.
I saw the projections. I'm a little happy, dude.
Yeah.
Even though you don't count projection, but he has his roster pretty filled up still, and the projections show one way.
Yeah. Hopping right into our quick question. Um, how many shots of Henny do you guys think you can do in a row before throwing up at this current moment? And then a follow-up question is, how many do you think you could have done in your prime?
Well, so what are we? What do you mean by in a row? Like
Like,
just like boom, 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 like
yeah,
right back to back to back,
like you have an infinity number of shots lined up right in front of you.
and you're just going back one after the other. What like sip chase, sip chase, sip chase, and you just keep
Well,
going right.
when do I throw
You,
up?
there's
It'll
like
be
a,
later
there's
though.
like a, let's say you get 10 seconds a shot.
Okay, okay.
So you can gather your courage and then take the shot.
And are you talking about throwing up right there immediately, or throwing up like at all?
Like right there immediate. Like not
Oh man.
immediately, but like it goes down and you're like, "Huh!"
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
okay.
then you like throw it back. Like you physically cannot take it down no more. You ever
Mm.
been in that part where you look at the shot and you're like, I really shouldn't do this next shot.
I think that's only happened to me like once,
I see. I see.
and that was a really shitty tequila. If it's Henny, I feel like my number before throwing up, like in that spot, like I don't know, maybe in like an hour, I might get really drunk and throw up. I don't know, but I think I would say my number is around like 7.
Right now, you
I
can
would say right now.
you can throw 7 back before that. You're like, I cannot do the next one.
For Henny, yeah. I think for
Alright.
Henny, yeah.
I think I was gonna throw a random number like 7 too. I don't really drink a lot, so that's the thing. I'd probably throw up within the next hour or so, not like right at that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like if you were just to go at it right now, it would just be before your body sends the signal.
Okay,
But
okay. I guess I didn't really think about that. How about like keep it down the whole night? You go in a
Oh,
row and you keep it
no,
down.
5.
I might say 6. 7 might be pushing it.
So 7 will be throw up instantly. 6 will be you're good
No,
for
no,
the.
no. I think I can fit like down 7 before I get that reaction. Like 8
Uh-huh.
might be too much of the reaction, but if I take 7, I'm not guaranteeing like I'll be there in like an hour. Like I might throw up in an hour.
Oh, I see. But let's say, but that's not saying that 7's your limit. But you could take 7 throughout the night and be fine, right?
Yeah.
It's just at what in one sitting,
Yes,
7,
one
throw
sitting.
it
Yep.
back.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I would
I
say
never like to push the limit. I'll cry to myself and I'll tell my body I'll never do it again. But
Is this with PEDs or no PEDs?
no P. This is natty.
Okay. Then I'm gonna put my limit about right there.
All right. I think for me, I could probably manage to throw. I could probably throw 5 back comfortably. I think I could bring the 6th one to my mouth. I think
Mhm.
I can, but I'm not sure. 5 will be comfortable. I can
Okay.
keep it in. I think 7 in a row I'll throw for sure. That in like 30 minutes,
Okay.
and
I think
then
during the draft I had like I think we did like 5, right? We did like 2 before draft. We did a
No,
couple
but
in the
he's talking about
middle
in a
of the
row.
no,
Like I
I'm
feel like you
talking
space
about.
Oh,
it
in a
out. It's
row
like
back.
different.
Yeah, if it's like in a short amount of time, yeah, I
Yeah.
think I can. I
What
think the
ab-
number's higher before your body's just thrown up later.
what
But if
about
it's
it
spread throughout,
in your prime, Yi? What about in your prime, at the height of your powers?
I don't even think I had a prime, but I keep the
He's in
same
his prime
number.
right now, dude. He's
Yeah,
been in his prime.
Geese has untapped potential, bro.
the prime, my prime is I remember just Royce's house. That's what I remember.
Mm.
All right.
But that wouldn't even be my prime because I threw up pretty bad at his house.
Remember that in front of the hallway? Oh shit.
Yeah,
All right.
I marked
With
my
that being said,
space.
let's we got Nghi on the pod. This is a special occasion. Man, a few words in our group chat. So let's take a shot up for Nghi being on this pod right now.
Yeah, I'm already, yeah, with this shot, we're already 1/6 of the way to throw it up, Chris. If you think about it.
Dude, I took my 5 shots last week, and I had like, but this isn't plenty either. This is a little bit. Dude, I fell asleep with the lights on last week.
I heard.
All right, so Jonathan didn't pay up, so he's gonna roll that one over, and David is gonna owe one more
Oh,
for our
shoot.
head-to-head just a little bit
I
later.
need to chase then. Fuck. Ah. Alright.
What do you got to chase it with?
Just sparkling water.
Nice. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, let's jump into our breaking news and waiver wire. Not a lot of big spenders this week. Not too much going on. Big spenders on special teams, defense special teams this week. Royce Texans for 18. Total bid of 4. James had 12. Tim had 2. Chris had 0. James bid on the Eagles for 12. Only 2 other bids. The next closest one was Timmy with 3. Ryan picked up Chase McLaughlin for 10. 3 other bids. Topher had 6. Jonathan had 0. So, yeah, just kickers, defensive special teams here. Trade wise, no trades either. So not much action. Did you try to get anything? I know your team's kind of hurting. Was there nothing standing out to you this
Mm,
week?
No, not really. It's gonna go into a later part later, but I think the waiver's been really bad this past this season. I think a lot of injuries happen, a lot of waivers, and then a lot
Nice.
of us are holding on to like viable players that I try to pick up. Like I was playing was it Samaje Perine? Like I think it was pretty bad,
Yeah,
but I haven't
you're
been
welcome.
looking. I haven't been looking at the waivers as much
I
because a
know
lot of
you're still rocking DeAndre Hopkins on your fucking
Oh,
roster,
man.
bro.
that's the brand name hold. I don't know. But
You're trying to find a new Noble Phantasm or what is working?
that's Chris Godwin. I got the other one now.
All right, David. What were your thoughts on this week for waivers?
You know, I had a lot. I thought I had a lot of the waiver pickups that were good for this week, so I was really happy for all good performances from my team. Overall, I don't think I would have dropped anyone for anyone on the waivers, and
Yeah.
bye week hell hasn't hit me yet, so I've just been keeping steady, keep rolling out with my guys, trying to make moves, Hit me up, boys. 2 for ones.
You're still trying to make moves out there?
Yep. Don't stay still. What about you, Nghi? You've been trying to. I know your team's been pretty hurting. Have you been trying to trade, or have people been giving you free wins, and so you're just sitting pretty?
I'm just sitting right now. I didn't want to really trade anyone, not anyone from my main roster yet. But I got some people reach out to me. I think Royce reached out to me, but it was like Justin Tucker for Fab, and he just dropped him. So
Was anyone close to convincing you to trade anybody? Not really.
I think Chris was trying to get Caleb from my bench,
I had a
but
trade
that's
to try to
about
get
it.
Caleb,
Nothing big.
I see. So you're just keeping the roster together.
Yeah.
All
4-1
right.
doesn't have to make much happen.
Is Christian McCaffrey on the block, or are you riding this one out?
He might come back in like 2 weeks.
Or he might come back in 2 years. So you're just holding him now. You
At that point, I'll sell him for
is
Fab.
there price? Does he have what's the price check on Christian McCaffrey right now?
I held him too long. I don't think I can trade him right now. I don't think I could feel comfortable trading him
Would
right
you
now.
trade him for a Brees Hall?
Really?
Would you do that? I'm just
Would you do that? Yeah.
I'm just
I
don't
like if I was to get a playable Brees Hall right now,
yeah, would you right now.
I could potentially work something for that.
Oh, okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
because then I would
So
get
he has you have a price. Would you
I
do
guess,
it
but that's like kind of a.
Would you do it for like a James Conner?
Tony Pollard? Would you do it for Tony Pollard?
No.
No.
What about like a James Conner, like Amon Ra type of deal?
I would do that because
wait, both Amon Ra and James
And then
Conner?
I'd get like a running back, wide receiver back or something like that.
Oh,
Just throwing it out there. I'm just spitballing here. Try to see the price.
would you do? Oh god, sorry. Finish, Chris.
What's his price?
The Amon Ra plus James Conner for
Conner.
CMC and a bench receiver, not DeAndre Hopkins.
Like your worst, like maybe T Higgins, like your worst one between Debo, Godwin, and T Higgins.
No, I probably wouldn't do that.
So it has to wow you. It can't be fair.
Yeah, it has to be someone that I could drop right, or someone I can play right away. And if I have to give up another receiver,
you don't think Amon Ra is an upgrade to one of your receivers?
And James Conner. James Conner is
James Conner's.
Yeah, I think James Conner is good.
And then you don't have to deal with CMC for
the next 2 weeks.
No, if that, or the rest of the year, I don't know.
It'll be a gamble too. Be like, yeah, we're just gonna keep him away for playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. So Nghi has his price. You would do it
if it was like week 2, week 3, like I would consider those trades like real fast, you know.
Yeah.
Or when did he get announced on IR? Like week 3?
No, he was on IR like
week 2.
After week 2, yeah, right after week 1.
He was out for week 1. I think it was like kind of out for week 2.
He can come back week 6, I think, but he's not going.
No, they say week 7 was the timetable.
Okay, so there's a you have to. All right, whoever wants CMC, you have to wow Nghi. All right.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
Wow me with a wide receiver.
So let's jump into our game this week. Dave, you set this game up. Dave is legendary. Believe it or not. I like this game. We throw some random shit out there, and we have a couple different categories we can go in. So our first category is football, right?
Yeah, football. Let's do football.
So we're gonna start off with football here. I'll kick this one off. This is I kind of mix this between fantasy and real football, but it's easier to find a reliable kicker than a tight end. Believe it or not.
I'm dealing with Kyle shits right now.
It depends what you mean reliable. If I'm relying on you to get 3 points every week, I can find a dozen of those tight ends. But you mean like 10 plus, like a reliable tight end one every week?
Tight end one is like 7 points right now.
So bad, dude.
Dude, a tight end one's like 7 points or something.
Bro, I didn't even play a tight end in my other league because I'm not gonna drop a bench piece for a bum that can give me 3 points, dude.
Did you win?
I won.
Like a beast.
I'm not. I was gonna. I'm like. So I think what I'm gonna do now. If I need 3 points, coming into the Monday night game, I'm gonna just pick up whoever's playing Monday night.
Just whatever side is there on the Monday night.
Yeah, and then I'll drop someone. But yeah, I am picking that shit up.
All right.
But
What do you think? But do you believe it or not? It's easier to find a reliable kicker than a reliable tight end.
But when
I
you say
believe it. I
reliable, it's
believe
like
it.
you want to say reliable. Let's say like a kicker, the tight end position. Let's say the number 1 tight end puts up 10 points, and then the next tight end down
It's
scores like 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's easy for me just to find a reliable tight end still, but like a kicker, you have a kicker that can put up 16 points.
Yeah.
I would believe it because the kicker, they rarely ever give you like terrible performances, but they
Yeah.
can give you the boom. But the tight ends, they probably won't give you a boom,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they
Tight ends are
can
more
give you
capable of booming.
the zero or the negative performances.
See, we've seen a lot of zeros and negatives this year from Titans. I feel like so.
Yeah, mostly on
Little
Timmy's
scarred.
team.
My team,
Your team?
Nghi's team. Nghi got a 0 from
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts. I got 2 zeros from Mark Andrews. All right. Let's go with Nghi. Go ahead and jump in. What's your football? Believe it or not.
Kind of put about fantasy too, but overall, but not our
Okay.
league. But I said, believe it or not, every year we say stuff about drafting QBs, but it's the peace of mind that makes the value of me drafting, because I'll never bench Josh Allen no matter how bad he does.
So you're saying,
So
believe it or not, drafting
drafting a QB is worth it.
drafting a high tier early round QB is worth it. Okay.
I don't believe it.
No,
No, because you got you got Baker Mayfield out there. You had Jaden Daniels as a low drafted quarterback. You got
are you gonna play Baker Mayfield though?
one Royce. I picked him up. QB3 on the week is QB3 on the week. Or
But would you play him? That's the thing I'm saying. Like, see, you would hate yourself if you pick up Baker Mayfield and he puts up a 0, and then the next week he puts up 30.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, I can't hate myself. Even if he gets 9 points, I can't hate myself because I'm not gonna be cute and play anything else.
Or well, you have like Gino out there too. There's always a couple. You have to find them, but if you believe in that you can find them, there's always a couple out there that will on the waiver wire that you don't think will be good, but what is good. Like because Dak Prescott last year was just on the waiver wire, and Chris picked him up, led him to a championship, right? So I don't believe it. But if for people that don't really like streaming week to week, they kind of want to just autopilot. I can believe it.
Yeah.
But if you're keeping a close eye on the waiver wire and you pick them up before like all the news outlets or whatever gets to them, I think you can find a rest of season quarterback on the waiver wire early on.
Rest of season quarterback where you don't have to play the quarterback roulette.
I believe it, but I'm hurt this year, so I don't believe it. I don't think any of my quarterbacks have scored over 15 points this year. Everyone's been on like 14 or less. Jared Goff and Brock Purdy, both of them just been shit in the bed. So
yeah,
I believe it. If I had Josh Allen, I'd be chilling right now. So
but
yeah, even if he puts up 9 points, just
but
whatever.
to flip it, what if it was a kind of like a Patrick Mahomes situation where you draft him and then you're like, I just want to set Patrick Mahomes and forget him every week, and every week he just burns you with 13 points.
That's because Patrick Mahomes shouldn't be an early round starter. Josh Allen is. I drafted Patrick Mahomes early, flipped him for Dak
I think
Prescott.
they were like 4th and 5th, right?
I think 4th. I think
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
I think Timmy picked him on the round 4 turn.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's not it right now. So
yeah, so it could go, drafting early QB. That's technically an early QB
for sure. All right.
Yeah.
David, what's your first believe it or not?
My first football related believe it or not is Aaron Rodgers is washed and cooked, and the Jets offense will be terrible this year. So sell Brees Hall and sell Garrett Wilson, believe it or not.
I admit I didn't watch the game, but Brees Hall was crazy last week. Not Brees Hall, sorry, Garrett
Garrett
Wilson.
Wilson went off, yeah.
With like 20 targets or something, but
Bro, Wandale Robinson can go crazy with 22 targets, but it's not gonna get that every week.
Oh
But-
man, I didn't watch the game. I can't say if he's washed.
what did you see at the game? Did they lose? Let me look.
I think he threw like 4 picks. I think
He threw
Oh.
2 or 3 picks.
he threw
Probably-
like a bunch of picks, and you know he's just hyper targeting Garrett Wilson, but that was literally the first game he's done that.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing that otherwise.
And you know Devonte Adams is in the news too. So believe it or not, is Aaron Rodgers cooked?
You know what? I don't believe it. I think he still has this 1 year left in him.
I don't believe it either. They paid premium
Alright,
for
there
him.
you
So I
go.
think they.
All right.
I think he's gonna cash out for the Jets.
All right,
Alright.
we're gonna jump into our league one now. Our league stereotype one. So mine is, all right, Ryan is 4-1 in top 2 at the moment. Believe it or not, he falls out of the booty playoffs. He goes into the toilet realm.
He's at the number 1 seat right now. Like
He's in the number 2 seat right now.
Number 2, 4-1. He's only by number 2 by like 6 points, so he's pretty much number 1.
well, why do you say that?
Just believe it or not, Nghi. Come on, man.
okay, I don't.
You prove me wrong.
I don't believe it because his points for are still pretty high, so he belongs there.
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm looking at my points for and I'm way off, and I'm up there right now. So
Yep.
everyone's at 580. I'm at.
We have 100 points clear of you.
Yeah, so I might be the fraud right now.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I mean, Ryan's team is a solid team. I mean, it's not bad. So I don't think he falls out. He's done enough this year to stay in the mix. He's had some unfortunate things with Mixon and Devontae, but overall he has a solid team with a little bit of depth to get him through some weeks. So there's no way he's like losing 4 in a row. So I do not believe it.
Okay. Nghi, believe it or not.
For mine, it was earlier we were talking about the waivers. So I put, believe it or not, you get more values from the free players than the ones you get on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Oh.
Oof.
Which players?
You said the free players, right?
Free.
Like the free ones that aren't on waivers.
Yeah,
that
like
you
the
just-
like the
Yeah.
Thursday day game.
Man,
or like last minute on Sunday, because that's what I did this week. Because I couldn't decide on who. Because when I listened to your podcast, I wasn't gonna be playing Bengals no matter what. Because I was like, I knew that game was gonna be a high scoring game, so there was no way. But I was still waiting for like who do I draw? So I was hoping defenses get dropped so I can pick up whoever. And I feel like you get more value picking up on like a Thursday, seeing what people drop. It's always picking up what people drop.
Not so much. Like maybe not so much what people drop, but I do believe it because I think the Wednesday and Thursday pickups are better because you get more news out of the week. Like because they get training practice and you find out who's hurt, who's not, and then you get like narratives coming out of the beat reporters about what's going on with like snap counts and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like if any of those players are on the waiver wire, I could see them being because people like on Wednesday and Thursday you see these reports, but then you don't really believe it until you see it in game. But after you see it in game, they're gonna be on the next
too
week's
late.
waiver
Yeah.
wire,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
So if you believe it and then you preemptive it, I can see them being a better value. Yeah.
So are we talking zero cost players like on Wednesday,
Or I
talking-
guess budget players, you know, like
Okay, so,
like
okay,
zeros and
you-
ones.
you
Yeah,
know
the
what,
ones are
zeros and-
not. You're not fighting for waivers. You're just picking up by yourself, no contest.
Man,
That usually happens late in the week.
That's a pretty good one.
Like we don't even say it. Like I pick up something, like no one even reacts to it because no one's
Yeah.
looking anymore. So.
Yeah, I think like Kareem Hunt was like a popular one. Like that was like a pretty good move. I think that was pretty cheap and random. I was trying to look for lower cost ones that kind of popped off.
Roshan looks like value for me.
Roshan looks like value for you. Um, I don't know. You're right. Maybe just the waivers are kind of weaker, I'd say.
But
So
Isaiah likely got dropped right away, right?
that's true. He got dropped in like 2 weeks or something like that.
No,
Yeah.
he was like 80 fab or something.
That's true. That you're definitely not gonna get if you bet like $70 or $80. You more times than not, you're not gonna get that to hit. But you're just speculating in that chance that it like maybe 3% chance it does return value. Then it's a league winner. But if
Yeah.
not, then you like lose that. But you can't take your money into the afterlife, boys. So spend it.
That's true. That's
Sadly,
facts.
yes.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Mine?
I believe it too. So I believe it. Go ahead.
Believe it or not, Marcus regrets never winning the booty before leaving the league. Believe it or not. Oh, it's a good we've all played with Marcus before, the people
Yeah.
right here. But so it's a good panel because we have a long history of playing with him and competing with him.
Marcus, I don't know. Like I think if you said tied, like for sure, right? Like
You think
that's
Ty
an
for
easy.
sure?
Yeah, I think Ty's an easy one. Like he probably that's a believe, but Marcus.
I'm not sure if he regrets anything because I got to talk to him like a few weeks ago. Like we went to
Inside
camp,
scooper. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
one of the camp, and I just asked, I was like, "Are you?" I think he said he wasn't as interested. It's too much like commitment to like keep up to date with things, and I think he ended up being too busy.
Building his
To keep up.
house.
Yeah, he's always building his house.
We still never had a draft party at the house.
That's true. So you think he's not in the like let's say like one day in the future he's in the shower and he's like, damn,
No, I don't.
10 years of my life never got the chip. You think he's in she's like washing his hair. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck,
I don't.
fuck in 2017 I
Shit.
was so close.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I believe it. I believe it. I think
You know, I
Maybe if he stayed in the league longer, like 6, 7 seasons, and
bro,
then he
he
has
was
to
in
pull out.
in league for like 8, 9 seasons, no?
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah, he's in it for a minute.
Yeah,
He's
see,
been
he's
on,
washing his hair. He's like,
yeah, maybe I'm wrong then.
fuck, dude.
He'd be like, I mean, we did call him the Titan a few
That's
times.
true.
So
That's true. Under the sleeper every year, the sleeper.
Every
That's
year,
what
he
we.
was my locked and loaded dark horse pick every. You can't
Yeah.
tell me he doesn't try every year.
Yeah.
He only retired because he set a standard for himself, and he couldn't reach that standard anymore.
That's
Like
true.
Aaron Donald,
That's true.
he's competing against the ghost of a younger Marcus. You never win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
All right. Jumping into so our last believe it or not is just random one, something about life. My believe it or not is believe it or not, microbreweries are gonna go away in 10 years.
So
what
like beer.
what do you
Like
Beer
mean
brewery.
microbreweries?
like local breweries around here.
We
I don't
have
really
local
keep up to date with
breweries.
that. So.
We
Like
have
what?
we
Is it
have
Golden
so many
Road?
local like I mean Golden Road's kind of like a becoming a macro, but yeah, like Golden Road, like Brewery X, like anything that's not like domestic,
Like
Budweiser,
modern
etc.
times?
Like Modern Times would be a microbrewery. Yeah, I think they're also microbreweries. Like, yeah, I mean I
Hmm.
frequent breweries, but like, there's a bunch in Anaheim, like Bottle Logic, all the small ones over there. Um,
I don't think I don't think microbreweries are gonna go away. I think, you know, the again maybe getting a little bit too much into it here, but I think the general consumer wants like beer in like wherever they're around, right? So they'll be more inclined to buy local
mm,
than they were to buy from like Budweiser, because Coors, Budweiser, whatever. And
yeah,
so you need it's maybe not so much the quality of beer coming out, but more so the some place to hang out or like the community around like the
yeah,
store that the store fosters. I think that part is might be not going away, but they're never gonna compete with the big box breweries, right? But
Yeah.
there's a need for it, I can see a need for it in the community, and like just like put somewhere to hang out or somewhere to drink or something like that. So I don't think so.
Okay.
Nghi,
I don't know anything
no
about
insight.
microbreweries, so
Do you agree with the analysis, Chris? What do you think?
I would disagree because I feel like just without knowing anything, I don't know if like the price of like whatever ingredients you need to make it is higher, but
That's true.
without knowing that, I feel like business will always pop up.
Mm.
It's-
I brought that up just because I feel like newer generations, like Gen Z or whatever, like just don't drink anymore.
Mm.
They really don't go out to like have a beer or something like that.
Maybe not
They should-
beer. I feel like
So you gotta
could
get
like
look at like
clubbing. I would say like
seltzers.
clubbing, local
I feel like they don't
clubbing.
even.
Oh, that's
I
true.
feel like they
That
don't
when
even
you
like club that much anymore. I
That's
don't know though. But I'm not
everyone's
in
always
that
picking
scene.
up the
So
White Claws and Trulies now,
exactly, it's like
right?
White
Yeah,
Claws and
yeah.
Trulies, and then even then it's like, yeah, they just. I feel like a lot of like there's so much non-alcoholic drinks now. You know, non-alcoholic beers, and like there's a huge market for that because people don't drink anymore. So
All right,
kind of
that's a good
throwing it
one.
out there.
That's a good one actually.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now with that explanation, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think? What's your life one?
I put my life one is Dollar Tree sells awesome things for everyday needs or dollar store.
That's
So
facts.
Holy shit!
That's just facts.
next to my work there's a Target, but I
What
keep
a
going.
question, bro.
Huh?
What a random math.
I
So
don't know.
what
There's a
is the
Target, but I always go to Dollar Tree. I'm like, oh, I need hand sanitizer, I need tape. I'll go to not Target. I'll go to Dollar Tree and find it in there. And
wait? So what
it
is the
works.
believe it or not? Ye?
Oh, I don't know. Believe.
Dollar Tree is like a better than Target, I guess. More or
Yeah,
less.
I couldn't think of it, so I just threw something random.
Dollar
A
Tree
life
is a
one
better
Dollar
caught me
value
off
than Target.
guard.
Dollar Tree is better than
They
Target. I
sell
need to think about
they
that.
sell good everyday items. I think that's what he tried to say.
Yeah,
Dude, I buy my balloons from Dollar Tree.
yeah.
Dude, Dollar Tree's lit.
I wouldn't. Okay,
And they
okay.
sell the same. They sell the same sodas. It's just different sizes, so
I
you can get
don't.
everything at Dollar Tree.
I don't believe it because you
Mm.
included the word everyday items. You know,
You wouldn't buy.
you're not going Dollar Tree every day to buy everyday items, right? You go
He
Dollar
is.
Tree, you go to Dollar Tree because you need like items, like maybe you need like some snacks or you need some soda, but I wouldn't necessarily characterize that as like every day, or I shouldn't, you really shouldn't be drinking soda every day, but I would.
That's a whole nother
If
topic.
that's a whole nother time, I
Wow.
don't want to get into that. You should have, but anyways, be that as it may, you're not really going. You go into Dollar Trees to get like your one-off items, maybe like once every few weeks, but for cheap, right? But I'm not going in there every day to get my everyday items. If I went for my everyday items, I'd go to like, uh,
Costco.
yeah, like Costco, Target, like just somewhere where I can just get everything.
I want to
You
ask you: is there a difference between Dollar Tree toothpaste?
That I don't know. I need to look into the ingredients.
Any dental experts? I think toothpaste was one thing I learned. Like
Oh, I
they're
see.
all about the same. So if you
Oh,
were to
oh,
buy an off-brand tube of toothpaste, it's better
Same
than
thing as like
not brushing your
Colgate,
teeth.
right?
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's
Yeah.
just fluoride that
ah,
you need.
I see. I misunderstood your question. By everyday items, you mean items you buy it there that you use
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah. Like they're just a better
I thought
value,
he
like a
meant.
dollar.
Oh, I see. Like toilet paper, use it every day or something like that. So you go
Yeah,
Dollar
can you
Tree.
live with
Whatever. Yeah.
one-ply toilet paper?
I know, but are they selling that shit by the? I'd rather just buy it in a 12 pack than
Actually,
shovel
never
12
looked
of
at toilet.
those.
Yeah, actually,
To
never looked at
roll.
toilet paper.
12 of
Yeah, they
those
probably sell a
into my
single
thing for
roll.
like $1.
All right. So, you know what? I think I believe it. You don't believe it?
Did he say value? What was it? What was it?
I
Is
don't
it?
know. This
I
was
just put like dollar store or something.
Yeah, I could see. I could see that. You
okay.
know.
But I see where you're coming from. But yeah, with that interpretation, you feel better about
I see
agreeing
it.
with it now, believing it now.
I can believe that.
All
All
right.
right.
Let's hit
Our
us with the
last
last
one.
one.
Our last one. We've spent more time talking about life than we have about football. But yeah, my last believe it or not, you get a second wind of like going out and like turning up when you reach your early to mid 30s that you lose in your late 20s.
I believe it. I think life
Chris,
is like I think life is like cyclical, right? You have like these ups and downs. Like you've done it, like I'm good. Oh, that sounds kind of fun. And it comes back up and it comes back down. So
believe
I
it
think I believe it. I
from
believe it
our
for sure.
elder statesman, because
Yeah.
I'm in the valley right now. I'm in the valley.
Honestly, I'm still in the valley. I just want to go home and do nothing.
I see, but then what did you just crest your peak from before, or are you?
I don't know. I have days. I
I
wouldn't say like
see.
like it used to be like every weekend. Like all right, let's go out. Like let's go out every weekend.
Yeah.
Now it's just like I just want to chill. Like I just want to hang out with my close homies and
Mm.
chill. So, but there's days where I'm like, dude, you know what sounds funny? Like let's go out. Like let's go out. Like
I
let's
see.
call an Uber. Like
Let's
let's do
call
the
it
whole
an
thing.
Uber.
Hey, bring it back. I'll come out. And I barely come out myself. I just
That's
go
true.
whenever my brother invites me.
For
I hear
sure.
about everything from my brother, anyways. So I
That's-
never. I'll be like, "Hey, you want to go Chili's?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure."
You can go. Well, that's because you don't read the chat. It's in the chat.
yeah, it's
Oh,
in
is
the
it in the
chat.
chat? The group
Yeah,
chat? Holy shit! I think it's flooded. Then
that's just straight up in the chat.
that's a me problem, man.
uh, you believe it or not? Did
I
you? But
believe it.
you
Yeah.
believe it? There's a valley. Like I mean, there's crests and valleys where where you might come back into it
All
going out.
right, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
there's times where I'll just be lazy too. Like I don't want to really leave my house, and there's times like, man, I'm kind of bored. I would like to like I would like to do something. I miss those days we did go
Yeah.
out a lot. Right.
All right, we gotta go hit the lounge together.
The
That's
lounge.
yo, dude.
All right,
Hell yeah.
let's jump into a week 5 recap. No power rankings. I think our commission's having a night out, so it's cool. But week 4 recap. First we have David versus Topher. David. Oh man, it's got to be a top 10 score. I don't know what the top one
It's
score is,
two.
but
It's number
two,
two. Nghi is the number
Number
175.38.
one.
one.
Nghi is number one.
The 200.
175.38 to 97.68. Next game we got is Mike Mo versus Ryan, 118 to 90, not even close. Chris versus Nghi, 108.94 to 103.36. This one was close.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was sitting
glad I
there
didn't
watching.
play Bengals, right?
I was sitting there watching the Niners game, and I was like, dude, Brock Purdy, can you like threw 2 picks, and if he threw something to Juwan Jennings, I think would have helped me out. It was close though.
I was watching the Rams game
Yeah.
and I saw a touchdown and I thought I saw Tutu Atwell and then my heart sank for a bit, but it wasn't.
Dude,
There was like
I was
another digit to his number. I was like,
I
oh
was
shit.
hoping for that too. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that was tough. All right, Royce versus Jonathan.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan put him away easily, 137 to 70 into 5.9. James versus Nick here. James got put away early on too. Nick, I think, had a really high score from someone. Brock Bowers, Shaheed. Yeah, James's team kind of shit the bed, so you got 123 to 80. And in our last game, unfortunately, we wanted Vin to get on, and he's not on it because he gave the first win to the Owen. And Timmy crossing that 100-point threshold that maybe for the first
Let's
time this
go.
year. um, off the G Rat, off the back
yeah,
of G Rat and Kareem Hunt. He did it. Got the first dub by 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt went off Monday night for him to get his first dub. Any thoughts on this week, David? I heard a very enthusiastic "Let's go."
Yeah. Well, definitely a lot to think about this week, Topher losing to me, and Ryan winning his week. Y'all are giving me a lot to think about next week's tiers. So tune in next week for the new updated tiers. You guys have been giving me a lot to think about. James, Vin, maybe going down in the Timmy, maybe rising, and Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan, is it about time I start, really
Booty bound.
booty bounding you, right? So tune in next week to see the tiers. Y'all, this week, y'all have given me a lot to think about, all right? Maybe I
Is there
start,
no tiers this week?
it's like every 2 weeks. Every two
Oh,
Yeah,
weeks.
every
We
okay.
2
try to
weeks.
fit in, yeah.
For me, I put Jonathan Booty bound already, dude. His
Damn.
team is
Okay.
so
Damn,
stacked.
all right,
Alright.
all right. But
As
besides that, Timmy's team crossing 100 points. crossing 100 points for Timmy, kind of popping off.
Barely.
Timmy's team scoring 100 points is like our team scoring like 140 or 130. But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
deserves the win. You know, he stood up. He stood up, shrugged his shoulders. You know,
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna try this week. You know, and he got the dub. So we'll see what happens next week.
Nghi, any thoughts on this week? While David pours up his shot, because he
Yeah, I
did
got one
lose
right here.
his prediction. He has 3 out of 6 correct. I had 4 out of 6, and Nick had 4 out of 6 correct.
I think putting 100 is still pretty hard because if you look at all the losers besides like Chris, like
Yeah.
they didn't cross 100 either. I think 100. That's why I think like people that can put up like over like 120 points every week, they're in a good spot.
I know.
Yeah,
What
for
if you
sure.
cross 100? That's good. But Timmy's
Yeah.
team can physically not cross 80.
Yeah.
So
Oh, was he
him
never
for a
go-
crossing
while,
the 80?
yeah.
If he goes 100, that's like
Yeah.
swinging above his weight class.
That's
you
like
know?
20, 80, 100 compared to 80. What is that? What's the percentage of that? That's like another 25% or something. So he's scoring like 125% of his value compared to anyone else. So,
Yeah, I
Next
think
week you should be able to do a QJ ski, right?
oh, it's time.
he's finally rolling him out. All right, here's my shot.
Let's see it. Got the LaCroix. Oh, very nice. All right.
All right, after that, I'm lowering it to 5, bro.
What are your thoughts? Any other thoughts on the week?
Nah, that's about it. Me.
Oh yeah, we had a tough one, but I did give us that dub, and you're sitting pretty now at 4-1. Let's roll into our no power rankings this week. We're gonna jump into our week 6 predictions. The first game we got coming up is David versus Nick. So I'm in the last week's, my bad.
Oh, okay.
But let me, David's got himself always, right?
Yep, always.
David, would you ever pick not yourself just to win this head to head?
But I think I'm going 17-0, bro.
Okay. Just throwing it out there. All right. Have you ever had to? I don't think we've ever done that. Huh? I feel like we just
No.
lose on that sword. Just like, all right, I'll take 5 out of 6 dubs, even if I know I'm gonna lose this week.
Yeah,
If you
the
put
only
me,
time
if you put me the week ago,
the only time you can win 6 out of 6 is you also physically yourself have to win that week.
Yeah.
if
All
you
right,
had me the week I played Jonathan, I 100% would have not picked myself. I had nobody, dude.
That's true.
That's true. You really didn't have anybody.
I really could not confidently say I
Yeah.
picked myself.
All right. So I got Joe Burrow at the Giants. I got David winning this. Joe Burrow versus Murray. Nick's running backs are pretty nice with Derrick Henry and Saquon. So I got Nick there. Wide receivers. Nick just solid core. Mike Moe, Evans, Drake London, and Jamar Chase. Tight end. I do have Nick Brock Bowers looking like the truth right now. Like really good, really great keeper. Really great keeper. Probably going to finish the year at 1 at the moment. And even though flex, if whoever is Evans, London versus Stevenson, I got David. I got David winning this pretty easily.
Let's
You
go pretty
you got any
easily.
differences?
I agree with you on the everything on the skill players, but for me, I feel like it probably will go down to their kickers.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
their projections are 50-50 right now with all their
Okay.
players slotted in, right? Assuming they don't change their
I
lineup.
have the number 2 kicker on
That's why I say the kicker will make a
odds.
difference. I feel like let's see. Let me look at your. I like Joe Burrow better. I like Nick's running backs better. Let's see. I like Mike Mo Evans better. Did Chris pick
Mike
Dave?
Mo Evans.
I do.
Hey, you named him Mike Mo Evans. Tight end. That's a push for me. The flex. I'll put Jamar. It was actually Jamar Chase and Mike Evans, right? So and then Josh. So it'd be Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I think it'd be down to the kicker.
Oh, okay.
For me, like I
So
feel
who
like both
wins
players,
it?
both sides.
Who you got?
I'll go with David. I think Joe Burrow put
All
up a
right.
crazy
All
stat
right.
line.
You got a
got
clean
the
sweep
stack.
for David there.
The stack
rooting
when
for
the
the
stack
stack.
hits,
Stack?
it hits.
Ooh,
But when the
yes.
stack does not hit,
It also does not
it
hit.
also does not hit.
And if he did that against the Ravens, I think he'd do against the Giants.
All right, can you pull up Vin Ryan and let's have you break down your brother's matchup? How you feeling here as the big bro? What do you got to say about this matchup?
Let's see. Okay, Lamar Jackson easy for Ryan. over CJ Stroud. Beyond Brian Robinson, Kenneth Walker, and Dave Montgomery. I think Ryan. I'll go with Ryan for this one.
Are the running backs
So
up there?
you're a
Both
Yeah.
running
you're
backs?
a slave to the name brands.
I'm sorry, dude. That's how it
Vin
is.
has
Dude.
the superior B Robinson, bro.
That's facts.
He is the number 7 right now, but I'm Mr. Brand Name. Cortland Sutton, Amari Cooper versus Devontae Adam, who's probably. I go with my brother for the. I go with my brother for this one. Dalton Kincaid versus George Kittle.
Name brand. Come on, your name,
Come
Mr.
on,
Name
name
brand.
They
brand.
both don't really. I mean, George Kittle got something last week, right?
He's been doing well.
I
He's
think
He's doing well.
17,
George Kittle.
12,
Dalton Kincaid
16.
didn't get targeted last week because I
He has,
remember I
like-
hear my brother screaming from the audience. So George Kittle for the tight end. Brandon Ari, number 1 kicker still, right?
Yep.
Yeah, should
All right,
be.
that's easy. And then defense, if they play it, I go with Chicago. I think I'll
Yeah.
have.
That's good.
I'm gonna say I'm rooting for my brother, but I think Ryan's gonna take it.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, I'll stop pitching. I think you're taking Ryan because you think Joe Mixon and Devontae Adams is gonna play, but I don't think they're gonna play because Devontae's getting traded, so they don't want to injure him, and Joe Mixon, there's no timeline for him to return yet.
For his ankle, yeah.
So
He
I
doesn't have
think
anyone to slot in. If they don't play,
I
he actually doesn't have anyone to slot in too.
Yeah, so I think Ryan just put in these players for the percentage copium, but I don't think they're gonna play.
That's fair.
And so I have Vin winning.
I still think even if you
fair.
subbed out like JSN, like Manson, I think he'll be okay. He'll be closer, but I do have Ryan winning.
All right.
All right, can you do us a favor and break down my game,
Yeah,
please,
I'll
David?
break down your game here. I think it's pretty easy. Kirk Cousins versus Geno Smith. Geno's been playing well, but I think we stay in the flames here with Kirk Cousins. I think they pass through the air in Atlanta. I don't think they run that much. And Geno is playing San Francisco. And so I don't think Geno will have a good game. So I have Chris there. Um, James Conner and Tajay Spears versus Javante and Najee. I think James Conner would just carry this for Chris. The other three are like whatever's. Wide receivers, I have it pretty close. I have Amon Ra and let's say Lad versus I don't even know Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison. I have that as a as leading towards Chris. Um, very slightly. I don't, I think Garrett Wilson comes back down to earth here. I don't think he's gonna get. I don't think he gets 22 targets again. That was crazy. 22
Yeah,
targets
that's
is crazy. So I think he gets like maybe like 11, and we'll see what he does with them. But I lean slightly to Chris here. Tight ends. I like how Kraft's been working in this offense right now, and with what's his name, Dontavian Wicks can't catch anything. I think Jordan Love's gonna need to rely on Tucker Kraft here. So I like Chris here versus Evan Ingram, who hasn't really played since week 2, and he's against Chicago. I think this one's gonna be. Wait, why did I put Timmy here? What the fuck? What am I smoking?
Everything says Chris right now.
Yeah. I had the Chris as the winner here. General thoughts. I think this one's gonna be a big stinker. I think it's gonna be Chris winning 74 to Timmy's 63 here. I don't think
Okay.
it's gonna be a high scoring affair, but yeah, I have Chris winning.
What if Marvin Harrison gets like one of those
That game we
10,
saw, yeah.
10 targets, like 3 touchdowns or something crazy again? I don't
Uh,
remember what that game line was. Let me look it up.
I
He had
think
he had 8 targets, 4
was 8.
receptions, and 2 touchdowns.
isn't the Green Bay defense pretty stout though?
I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think Green Bay defense is not like nothing to be like. I don't think he'll have because the Rams is the best matchup. The game he had that the Rams is the best matchup for any wide receiver right now, and so I think Green Bay is pretty good. I think he'll have maybe around like his 15 points per game if he gets a touchdown. So yeah.
All right. Let's jump into Mike Mo versus Roy. Nghi, can you jump in and break us down from Mike Mo and Royce?
Let's see, Mike Mo, Baker Mayfield versus Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is like the current Josh Allen. I feel like
Yeah,
right now.
he's killing it right now.
He's getting those touchdowns. So Jaden Daniels, I'll ride with the hot hands, Jaden Daniels. Even though Baker Mayfield's putting up like 30 points. That's actually hard. It should be a push, but I'm gonna go with Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Maybe you can do what Joe Burrow did.
All right, next one. DeAndre Swift, Chuba versus Tony Pollard, Brees Hall.
DeAndre Swift. Sorry, I'm gonna lean to the name brand on this one. On the side with
You're a
Brees Hall,
slave
right?
to the
You're
name
slave- yep.
brand, bro.
You try to trade me Chuba, but
Bro, go ahead and click on Chuba's player
13
profile.
carries.
Go ahead and look on
I'm
what
looking
he's
at it right now.
25,
20, 15.
14. Yeah, 15. Come on. And then go ahead and click on Brees Hall's our player profile real quick.
5 to 15, and he's number 16 running back.
Just go ahead. Call it out.
You're right. Yes, you guys are correct.
You're a slave to the name brand.
All right. Looking at that, yes, Royce's running backs are higher ranked.
Go ahead and read out Royce's running backs and tell them who. Tell
We got our ranked 15 running back DeAndre Swift versus our ranked 25 Tony Pollard,
There you go.
and then a ranked 16 Brees Hall to a ranked 8 Chuba Hubbard.
The numbers don't lie, bro.
All right, keep it pushing. Who do you got in the wide receiver category? You got
Wide receivers.
Ayuk Wicks versus CD Lamb, Olave.
I don't know anything about Wicks, but I think Ayuk was getting all the targets last week because Debo got none of it. Comparing Ayuk versus CD Lamb, I think Ayuk is gonna do better.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
But I don't know anything about. I haven't watched any of the Saints game.
Okay. Just guess, just from the bottom of your
Yeah.
gut.
The offense is
your
gonna
heart.
be Chris Olave.
Okay, all right.
Alright, there you go.
And tight end, you got Ferguson versus
Who's
Conklin.
he gonna play?
He's Conklin.
Conklin?
Yeah.
I'd probably go with Conklin. I don't.
Okay.
And then flex is Javante. Or no, Jameson and Terry
Jameson
McLaurin.
versus McLaurin.
I'd probably go with McLaurin for this one too.
Alright. So who do you have winning?
Who do you have winning?
Synthesize all of that for us.
Shoot.
This one's a close one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's
I think
close.
this will be a close one as well.
I think Royce will win this one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be the difference maker. I think I'm gonna say Michael's gonna win. And I'd try to squeeze in Mooney over there. I think I might squeeze in Mooney over Olave. I dare say.
He's
If
gonna-
Jaden Daniels blows up, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you got Royce. You gotta. This is where the manager diff comes into play.
Yeah.
Royce, you gotta make big plays if you want to win big money here.
He's gonna play Houston, right?
You gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta play Mooney here over CD or Olave. You have to choose, man. But yeah, I have Royce winning. We got 2 more matchups to go. We got
Nghi versus Topher. I'll do this one. You know what? I'm gonna go Topher here. I like Prescott versus Detroit here compared to Josh Allen versus this New York Jets defense. Other than that, I think I got Nghi all the way down, like Zach Charbonnet and Zeke versus
yeah,
Eckler,
man.
Cook.
It's rough.
Eckler, Cook. Then we got like
My
Godwin
3 wide
Higgins.
receivers are better than his
Yeah,
one wide
I think
receiver.
Godwin Higgins, Samuel versus Allen Diggs, Kirk. I'm gonna go with Nghi side and tight end. I'm gonna say push, but I like the Carolina matchup, so I'm gonna go Nghi, like slightly Nghi. I have Nghi winning, but like just looking at this running back core that Topher
Bro,
is starting, Zeke and
it's
Charbonnet.
so stinky. And his receiving core, man. Kirk
All
and
right,
Keenan Allen.
but yeah, I got Nghi winning. Nghi's gonna get himself anyway. So Dave, what do you think?
I have Nghi winning here also, but let me put a shot bet out to you, Chris.
Okay.
Zeke Elliott and Charbonnet, or let's just say Topher's running back core, will they get a combined 10 rush attempts between the two of them?
10 rush attempts between the two of them?
Yeah, will Topher get 10 rushing attempts from his running backs this
Oh
week?
man, that is a spicy one. Let me see. All right, look real quick here.
Charlie only got
Rushing attempts. All right.
how many
Rushing
touches?
rushing attempts. No,
Yeah.
rushing attempts. 10 is a line. Oh, 10 is a line. Are you gonna take the opposite of what I take?
I'll take the opposite of what you take, yeah.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go with
Would
the
you
over.
count touches though? Yeah, like
No,
6.
no, no. We're not
No,
talking
not
about touches.
touches. We're
Oh,
just
you're
talking
talking
about
attempts. Oh,
attempts.
okay.
Charbonnet is the pass catching back. We know that there. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the over. I'm gonna go like
Over.
11.
11.
I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm going with the
All right,
over.
I'll go. I was thinking the under anyways.
Okay.
I'll open this up to you, Tungi. Topher's running back rushing attempts.
I will go under.
Under. All right, me and
Under.
Nghi under. All right, we got that. Our last match of the day, James versus Jonathan. I can break that one down for us. Quarterback, I have Jalen Hurts here coming off of a bye. I think they make some adjustments. Cleveland defense is not as stout as we thought it was. It's still pretty good, but it's not like a world beater like it was last year. So I have Jonathan there. Jordan Mason and Jonathan Taylor versus Chris Brown and Kamara. Or actually, it's Gibbs and I guess Taylor versus Kamara and Chase Brown. I have it Jonathan there. Wide receivers AJ Brown and Neighbors if they either of them plays versus Ridley and Metcalf. I have AJ Brown and Neighbors, but they have to play. We know that they're both coming off of injuries, so we'll see what happens there.
We'll find out tomorrow. Right?
Yeah. Gibbs or I guess Jordan Mason versus Devonta Smith, I have as a push there. But overall, Jonathan's lineup's looking really good. I have him winning. Do you agree?
I
Nghi?
agree too. If all his players are playing, Jonathan, easy.
All right. Chris had to leave us real quick. But I can walk us through his breakdown. For the most part, he agrees with me. Jonathan wins quarterback. Jonathan wins running back. Jonathan wins wide receivers. Tight ends are a push for Chris, and flex is a push for Chris. I think pretty much what I said. Jonathan's lineup does look pretty good. I mean, and his bench looks decent. It's not great. Jonathan starting lineup looks pretty good. So Chris has Jonathan winning. Without further ado, I guess we're done for today. Chris can't sign off with us. Is there anything you want to say to the league? Nghi?
I don't have anything to the league, but I have something for Jonathan. Fuck you, Jonathan.
I broke yours your matchup down, or James and Jonathan down for you already. Chris, is there anything you wanted to comment on their matchup specifically?
No, that's it. Thanks for doing that. I thought I heard something, so I had to go check it out.
Oh, you had to you had to do one of these into your locker.
Yeah, you gotta pull on.
like one of these and then just all right.
Yeah, I've been waiting all my life for this.
Yeah, the podcast. I might have to change this
Get
podcast
live on
to
the podcast.
like a doo doo and then you just see this just fall down. All right, but without further ado, I think we're done
good.
here. Good luck everybody this week.
Good luck this week.
All right, bye. Peace out. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for inviting.